People are mad in Fortnite. I know, sounds like the most common thing ever in Fortnite, but I would usually not care. But it's about Fortnite Creative and the block, and people are mad about the block, around the block and with the block, and people that tweet about the block. It is a whole mess. And there's a few things which are very important to clarify. So alright, so let's start with the first one. Hypex just tweeted out the numbers for the blocks, which block is currently winning, and sharing this information, which is not public, by the way. So you cannot see these numbers in game. You can just vote on the blocks. People got really mad with Hypex about that. He just tweeted out this leaked information. Not that that's something new that Hypex leaks stuff, because he's a leaker, but people got mad about that, and I personally don't care too much. I think it's fine. I really want to know what you think about this. I'm personally on the side, if you follow a leaker and you're aware that this person is leaking stuff, then you should not be mad that the person is leaking stuff. So I think that is a pretty common thing. He leaks everything that's around Fortnite and Fortnite Creative, so you can expect that kind of stuff to happen. So if you don't really want to see stuff like this, then I would recommend blocking him or muting him. But if you follow someone like this, then you should not be mad about it. But that's my point, and if you want to prove me wrong, then please do in the comments. So that's the first thing that people got really mad about. But that is not the only thing. Yes, imagine, there's more. The next thing is that people got mad how Epic made this funding and how Epic displayed these maps. First of all, I think it's a really weird idea to place them inside of a war zone, basically, to vote people on it. I think the idea of having actually the funding is really cool, and like you can actually vote on multiple blocks and actually get rewards for voting is really cool, and I really like that idea. But having it inside of a war zone where people just like randomly click on stuff to get fast like access to shields and stuff like that. Also, I'm not really happy how they displayed the blocks. They just like put one picture of them there, and the picture that looks the worst obviously gets the worst votes, even though it might be the best block. So I think the voting for this is actually pretty terrible, because people don't really vote for a good block. For the submissions for the block, when you had to create the block and had to submit the blocks, Epic was talking all about like gameplay flow and stuff like that, and you cannot see the gameplay flow on these one pictures that you can see on voting on the blocks. So I wish that Epic would have maybe something that each block gets like 3 days on the thing, and then people can vote for it, and the more people like it or whatever, they vote on it, or like display these 3 blocks on a different mini island, something like that, so people can actually check out if these blocks are actually cool from the inside. I think the middle picture is the one from Destructo, which is the most boring picture, or the most boring looking picture from all of these. And who would have guessed that this one has the least votes? So I think that's like already like voting out something that may be really good in game, because that is actually the main purpose of having it in the BR island, that is actually good gameplay, and not that it looks amazing, because all of these quite frankly look the same, to be honest. Epic didn't really give us too much options when it comes down to like the creativity here. So having votes on the looks on them is a really unusual thing, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I'm not a big fan of that, and I hope in the future, if we get blocks again, Epic really changes something about the way they're doing this. And the other things that people are complaining about is that there's 2 white ones and one beige one, or like whatever you want to call this color, and that obviously the beige one is winning because it stands out the most, which again ties into the only showing pictures and not really showing how the gameplay flows and how much fun it is to play this actually. So I think voting on the pictures is really bad, but the whole voting system itself, I really like that. It's a really cool idea. But as I already said, just showing these pictures and basically just showing which one looks the best, and not really which one flows the best, which one has the best like layout, because quite frankly they all kind of look the same. They have the same style. There's not really something crazy new or something crazy. It is just like a very basic building, that the only thing that really defines those, and the only thing that really makes them different is the layout inside and how they flow. And another good point which Typical Gamer brought up in the same post here is that he thinks that people are just voting from left to right, and that people don't even look at the builds, which kind of ties into the first thing, that it's built in the middle of a war zone, and that people basically, if they're not like completely alone, will not take the time to actually look fully detailed on these blocks. Will actually not vote for them because they look so good or they want them to win. People just want the awards that you can get for voting for them. So I think the whole system in itself is really cool, but I wish it would be just a little bit of a different scenario all around this one. Definitely let me know what you think about this block drama, and how you would do it, and if you would change it or if you would leave it like that. So with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and bye.